Bill C-69 is another facet of what's called the net zero program. That gives you the EV mandates, it gives you the carbon taxes, that brings in the emissions caps, and it also brings in the no pipelines bill, which basically said we're not going to build anymore unless you include downstream carbon impacts. That is to say, if a pipeline's delivering oil and natural gas, you have to account for the fact that it's going to increase the amount of oil and natural gas, and by implication, release more CO2, which they treat as a pollutant. Another dishonest and fundamental, disinformation piece. CO2 is not a pollutant. It's, as I mentioned earlier, an essential component and the giver of life. Too much of it we can argue about, but the reality is that what C-69 and its complementary bill C-48 did was to ensure that even if you could get pipelines to coastal waters from where it is landlocked in Alberta or places like Saskatchewan or the Montney region in British Columbia, you'd never be able to get to open markets. So instead, we saw, of course, many LNG projects simply vanish, taken up by Americans. Investment left Canada. The Canadian dollar sunk in terms of value. You and I pay more for everything because we pay for everything in U.S. terms. And now the Americans are buying still our natural gas with pipelines that come from Alberta into the United States for, say, $3 a million cubic feet, and they sell it with 7 LNG projects to Europe and to Asia for about $15, $16